Welcome to another episode of Pokemon Go Ahead. Just a reminder, we are heading out to New York City from August 16th to the 22nd. That weekend, we're playing Go Fest in New York at Randall's Island Park and throughout the city of Manhattan. So I hope to see you guys there. In terms of Go Fest, yesterday we talked about Mega Rayquaza debuting. There was one other major thing I forgot to talk about, and those are some of the additional spawns for not only the in-person Go Fest, but for the global Go Fest. And oh my gosh, I am so glad I'm going to New York. I'm so glad that we're doing global as well. I wish I would have gone to Osaka or London, but I'm really happy about the things that we're about to share. So before we get started, subscribe to this channel and let me know in the comments below, are you gonna be in New York? Are you gonna be in London? Are you gonna be in Osaka? Let me know. Hope to see you in New York. Let's pull up the list of all the new spawns that have been added for each habitat in each Go Fest. I'm gonna go ahead and put these on the screen. We're gonna start off with the ones in Osaka and London. Just note that Osaka and London are gonna happen at the same weekend, and they're all pretty much gonna be the same. So first off, we have the jungle, dark jungle, I should say. Zubat, Tangela, Heracross, Seviper, Burmy with a plant cloak, Skorupi, Purloin, Venipede, Dino, Pumpkaboo, and Jupiter. Everything can be shiny. Heracross and Seviper are for sure regionals. You also have Pumpkaboo without the Halloween costume, so that's gonna be a fun one to hunt for, and Jupiter is the new shiny. Next up, we have the Fairy Garden. We have Bulbasaur, Jigglypuff, Oddish, Hoppip, Seedot, Cagnia, Patilil, Ferroseed, Spritzy, Squirrelix, and Dedenne. The only new shiny is Patilil. Next, we have the Hypnotic Glacier. We have Seal, Shelder, Galarian Mr. Mime, Jinx, Snorlax, Snowy Castform, Galarian Darumaka, LGM Cubchoo, Amara, and Bergmite. Finally, the last habitat for Osaka and London is called the Volcanic Island. Charmander and Squirtle are there. You have Aerodactyl the Satchel, or what I like to call it, Aerosatchel. We have Dratini, Mantine, Surskit, Nosepass, Corphish, Lucario, which is not a new shiny, but you can encounter it in the wild for the first time, and you can shiny hunt for it. You also have Durant and Inkay, and everything can be shiny. So if you're looking for those shinies, if you're in Osaka or London, there you go. Now, when it comes to all three of the habitats for the three in-person locations, New York, Osaka, and London, you get a Pikachu with the Amethyst crown. You also have all the unknowns that spell diamond, including the exclamation point. All those can be shiny. And finally, Sigilyph, which is a regional that cannot be shiny, but could be very useful to fill in the Pokédex. Now, obviously, we're heading out to New York City for Go Fest, and I'm really excited after looking at what the habitat spawns are for this in-person Go Fest. We have Kangaskhan, Aerodactyl with the Satchel, or again, like I call it, Aerosatchel. We have Dratini, Slugma, Cranios, Shieldon, Darumaka, Archon, Axew, Heatmore, and Tyrunt. And again, this is the prehistoric volcano. Everything except for Tyrunt can be shiny. You have Kangaskhan, which is a regional from Australia. We have the Sinnoh-Fossils. We have Archon as well. And we also have Heatmore, which the last time we hunted for shiny Heatmore was like 2-3 years ago. So that's really awesome. Poison Swamp. This is probably one of the ones I'm going to be spending time the most. We have Zubat, Venonat, Tentacool, Surskit, Gulpin, Seviper, Skorupi, Venipede, Pawniard, Skrelp, and Noibat. Noibat had a community day, but we're still going to get some because I like the shiny Noibat. We also have Pawniard. So this is going to happen before the global one. That can be shiny. And then we have Skrelp, which is a new shiny. Next up, we have Cursed Treasures. We have Ghastly, Pinsir, Eevee, Snorlax, Nosepass, Sableye, Chimecho, which can give you some Stardust. You also have Yamask, Clink, Golett, and Durant. Durant is a regional. You also have Golett as the new shiny. And finally, the Athletic Field. I thought this one was going to be a boring hour habitat, but looking at this, it's looking a lot better. Voltorb, Hitmonlee, Hitmonchan, Hitmontop, Shroomish, Makuhita, Spoink, Zangoose, Baltoy, Lucario, and Throh. So yes, not only Osaka and London are going to have Lucario spawns, New York City will also be getting Lucario spawns if you're playing Go Fest, if you bought the ticket. Throh is also regional. Zangoose is also a regional. Everything can be shiny. I love shiny Voltorb. I don't mind getting another one. And then again, the habitats will have everything, including the Sigilyph and the unknown exclamation points. Finally, we also have some spawns for global. We have the Quartz Terrarium, which is going to have Pikachu with the terrarium or the Quartz crown. I know there's like 4 different kinds, so I'm trying to keep track. We have Clefairy, Lickitung, Heracross, Miltank, Wurmple, Whismur, Skitty, Love Disc, EC Shalash, Baneri, Audino, Fungus, and Morlo. Everything except for Morlo can be shiny. This EC Shalash is not only going to be appearing in the Western Hemisphere for us as well, but it can be shiny since that's new. Heracross is a regional. You also have Audino, which I don't know if that gives you Stardust or not, I'm not sure, but that's also a good shiny regardless. Next up, we have the Pyrite Sands. You have the Pyrite Crown Pikachu, as well as Sandshrew, Alolan Diglett, Psyduck, Girafarig, Shuckle, Trapinch Gibble, Hippopotas, Timber, Joltik, Binacle, Helioptile, and Grubbin. Everything except for Grubbin can be shiny. Highlights for this one: Binacle, which is not an easy shiny to find. Helioptile, also not an easy to shiny find. Timber, normally from eggs and raids. It's now in the wild for the first time, so you can shiny hunt for that. You also have Joltik, which is a brand new shiny. And then, of course, we have Gibble, and Gibble's a pretty good dragon ground type when he evolves to Garchomp. Malachite Wilderness, we have the Malachite Crown Pikachu, as well as Caterpie, Bellsprout, Scyther, Snorlax with a cowboy hat, Spinarak, Remoraid, Roselia, Snover, Cottony, Ferroseed, Stunfisk, Fomantis, and Oranguru. Now, Oranguru is going to be a new shiny. Fomantis doesn't have the shiny symbol, but it can be shiny. So if you didn't get it during the Solstice Horizon event, fear not. If you buy a $15 GoFest Global ticket and you are playing during the Malachite Wilderness, you'll get some more chances to get a shiny increase to hunt for that. You also have Ferroseed, which is a hard shiny to find. You also have Remoraid from Johto Tour, so if you didn't get that shiny, you can hunt for that too. Shiny Snorlax with the cowboy hat. Now, I could care less about the costumes, but this was not for Global last year. It was only for in-person. So if you didn't get to play any of the in-person ones last year, you will for sure hunt for this during the Malachite Wilderness hour. And finally, the Aquamarine Shores. We have the Pikachu with an Aquamarine hat or crown, whatever you call it. We also have Horsey, Lapras, Marill, Wobbuffet, Carvana, Barboach, Bagon, Beldum, West, Sea Shalash, Timepole, Gumi, and Moraine. Everything except for Moraine can be shiny. Two new shinies for this one. We have the West Sea Shalash and we have Gumi, our new shinies for this Go Fest. We also have some highlights. Lapras is a really good spawn. We also have Beldum, which can evolve into Metagross, which is like one of the #1 steel type attackers. Bagon for that Mega Salamence. Until Mega Rayquaza comes, that's going to be one of the best dragon type megas. You also have, again, Gumi and West Sea Shalash that are new shinies. Woobat has a great shiny. Tybalt has a great shiny. Wobbuffet has a great shiny. And Horsey has a great shiny. Now, there's a lot more when it comes to the bonuses for Global and also some additional things when you evolve Pokemon into different moves. But I feel like this was the main focus of today's video, or just pretty much all the spawns for every habitat in every Go Fest, whether it was in person or Global. But we'll go more in depth on that when we get closer to Global, kind of like a review or an overview before we start that weekend of Global Go Fest. So guys, that is all the time that we have for today. Oh my gosh, I think the biggest highlights for me are some of the shinies that are normally not easy to find that are featured. You also have Lucario in person now, so that's really awesome. You also have Pawniard in New York. Are you kidding me? I'm picking a really good time to go to New York, folks. Oh my gosh. So I hope to see you guys in New York City at Randall's Island Park. I'll be there Saturday morning during the morning experience, and then I'm going to be around the city for Friday and Sunday. So if you catch me, be sure to not be a stranger. We hope to see you guys next time. Peace out.